So I wanted to continue about the nerve firings in the brain. The nervous system seems to be almost like an electrical wiring within our bodies. And this electricity that runs pulses throughout our bodies are directly linked with our hearts. And within our hearts, there is the knowledge of this loving force. There's also the cells, and they have a mitochondrial DNA, and that also communicates with the loving force. So basically, our hearts, our minds, and each cell in our body are living things, mechanisms that are able to conduct a maximum amount of this magnetics, gravity, and electricity. Now, when we don't have these bodies, we become spirit form, but our spirit form may be identical to our bodies. So it may be identical to our bodies, and that's very interesting because you may not know you're dead after you leave the physical world. So one of the things that this loving force does is it tells you that you're dead. It tells you, hey, you've crossed over, and I'm here, and I want to help you navigate the spiritual world. And so that's very, very helpful. That's very, very helpful, and you need this loving force. You need this loving force because this loving force helps you not only master your environment, but it helps you to navigate the world of the dead. It helps you navigate a spiritual dimension where anything is possible, where you can create anything and you can live in multiple dimensions all at once. True freedom is there. But true freedom is here as well, and this loving force wants to come and it wants to liberate every human being, man, woman, and child on this planet. It knows that every man, woman, and child on this planet is in utter slavery. It knows the pain and suffering of each human being on this planet. This is a fact. It knows every single human being, every single man, woman, and child. What it wants to do is it wants to free every single man, woman, and child from this world, from this pain, from this suffering, from this slavery. And I think that this is very, very possible. This is possible any time in a human being's life, even in my life. I have been able to do this. But you do need this loving force. You do need this unconditional love, this energy to connect. Because with this energy, this electricity, this electromagnetic electricity, it comes this loving force. This loving force basically uses it as a carrier wave. It's actually part of it. And with it, it comes the knowledge, the unconditional love knowledge. It comes with it the omniscience of the universe. And the universe is an illusion. It's an illusion, and it's an illusion to keep us in control. So this unconditional love wants to infuse the world with true knowledge. And what is true knowledge? True knowledge is that this world is an illusion. And all the fear and all the pain, that's also an illusion. And the true knowledge is that this unconditional love wants to free everyone. It wants to give everyone omniscience. It wants to give everyone omnipotence. It wants to especially give everyone all-knowing, so that they know. It's one thing to believe in something, but it's another thing to just know. Know what is right. Know what actions to take. Know who we really are. Know what this loving force is and how it thinks. It does want to connect the mind of this loving force with every human being, for every human being is the loving force. And this loving force is waiting, and it is waiting for every human being to just connect, just to decide to connect. And it's a decision. It's a decision that every single human being has to just make. One day you just have to wake up in the morning and say, I want to connect with this loving force. I will do anything necessary and possible to connect with this loving force. Now it may not be easy, because you got to rid yourself of all fear. Every single thing that causes fear, you got to rid yourself of. So the mind and the heart has to be empty of fear. Now, when I say fear, I mean any type of fear. You know, everyone has fear. This is like logical for this world. But this cannot be in order to connect with the loving force. But first comes the decision to do so. And it's not a very easy decision. Most people say that they will and they can and they make the decision, but they really don't make a decision. Let me give you an example. It's like a decision, say, you wake up one morning, you quit your job, you decide you sell your house, you sell your cars, and you just take off. You just take off to Paris, or you take off to India, or you take off to, you know, anywhere. That's the monumental difference that it may feel like. I think it's a little bit even more than that. I think your entire life will change. But it's a bigger decision. It's a bigger decision even than that. It's a bigger decision even than that. And I think, like I said, it's a decision. It's a decision that we make, and it's a simple decision. It's a simple decision to stop rebelling against this loving force, which is basically just pure energy. It's just pure electricity. It's pure gravity. It's pure magnetism. It's pure electromagnetism, quantum gravity. It's basically all the energy fields that are out there combined into one. There's a lot of different energy fields out there. You know, one of the energy fields the Earths give off is called gravity. That's one energy field. Another energy field is called electricity. Electricity itself gives off gravity when it runs through a conduit. So that's another energy field. Magnetism, that's another energy field. And there's probably about another 1,000 energy fields that I haven't even talked about. But it's all these energy fields all combined into one orb around the body. And this orb, this energy field, once you realize that this circular orb energy field around your body, you become detached from the rest of the world. And once you become detached from the rest of the world, and these energy fields is at a maximum, you can decide, even in our physical bodies, to leave this dimension and this world. But you need to maximize this. And this can be taught, and this is something that's very, very real. Now, I know there's a lot of skeptics out there that say, well, this all sounds very hokey pokey. But look up such characters as Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, I'll repeat his name, Nikola Tesla. Look up people like Albert Einstein. Look up people like Niels Bohr. But especially Nikola Tesla. He had a mastery of electricity and electromagnetic forces. And he was able to do many things that are far beyond our technological means. And he experimented with electricity, just electricity. But I'm telling you, there's many, many different types of forces out there. And these forces can be, has an intelligence. So all the forces have an intelligence around them. And once you tap into this intelligence, you could mold this intelligence into an orb around your body. And so people say, I see orbs, I see orbs, I see orbs. They may be intelligent light. They may be intelligent light. They may be light with intelligence. They may be beings, because they may be far, far more advanced than our world and our civilization. They may come here to monitor the situation in the coming years. So anyways, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that this loving force is made up of all energy. It's made up of like 1,000 million sunlight, 1,000 million quantum gravity, and electricity and magnetism. And this is very, very important. I wanted to say this because this is what I went through. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of omniscience and omnipotence is far greater than this human society will ever even touch. And it starts with just one decision.